Hi everybody, it's Miss Matzi, and I'm going to explain to you how to make your chart in Google Sheets for your groundwater model simulation project. So you're starting off with this data that we collected last class in the groundwater model simulation, and you need to get it into a graph form. The first thing I'm going to do is highlight well 1, well 2, and well 3, and I'm going to copy them doing Control C, and I'm going to paste them down here. That's just a trick so that I can highlight them all together so I don't have to do the labels afterwards. Now I'm going to highlight all the pH data for well 1, well 2, and well 3. Once I have that highlighted, I'm going to come up to the top and click on Insert and then scroll down and say Chart. So you have a chart now, but your chart is a bar graph instead of a line graph, and you need a line graph showing pH values of each of the wells per month. So go over here to the right hand side, click where it says chart type, and then choose line graph. Alright, so now you have your line graph, but you don't have any numbers on the x-axis on the bottom, so you need to add those. So over here on the right hand side it says x-axis. You want to click on that, but first scroll this down so you can see what you need to click on. You want to click from here, and that is F3, all the way down to here, F13. So remember that, F3 to F13. And you'll notice that like where we were working over here on the right hand side is gone. If you ever need to get that back, just click these three little dots and say Edit Chart. Okay, so now you have this back. Come over here to x-axis, click on this, and say F3 colon F13, and say OK. Alright, so now you have the months on the bottom, and you have the pH values on the y-axis, and you have a legend up here. So blue is well 1, red is well 2, yellow is well 3. But you know, all graphs, they have to have a title, they have to have an XY axis label and a Y axis label. So you're going to be doing that, some of that over here in Customize. So come over here to Customize, say Chart Style. I actually prefer the background color to be black, but that's, I think it's easier to see, but that's up to you. So you can play around with those stylistic things, but you want to come here to Chart Title, and you're going to create a title. What is this showing? Well, this was the groundwater model, and we're looking at pH versus month. So you can add that in, and you can play around with the formatting of that. But see where it says chart title right here? You need to click on that. Come down to horizontal axis so that you can put in the title for that. The horizontal axis is month. And then click for vertical. Vertical axis is pH value. Alright, so you can play around with other things if you want to, but pretty much at that point your graph is done. So if you want to copy and paste this into your Google Doc, what you do is you highlight it so that the graph itself is actually has this blue border, and then you can say Control C, or you can come over here and say copy chart. Either works. And then you bring it over here to your Google Doc page. Put your cursor where you want it to paste and say Control V. Link to spreadsheet. In this case, you would say paste unlinked. And then you would paste it in, and then you're all set. So now what you would need to do is do your graphical analysis of what you're actually seeing in the graph.